What's good, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, man, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Dynasty, no, not Coach Dynasty, Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course, and we are out here, man. It is bowl season as we get another crack at winning the Armed Forces Bowl. But we take on a different opponent this time around. We're taking on the Toledo Rockets, who are representing that new look American Conference. They're coming in 8-4, solid team. But we are better than them on paper. We're B, whereas their C+ is across the board. So the goal that I have here today is I want to really come out here. I want to get a really good win for our program. And, you'll finish this year on a high note, man. 11-2. That would be a really good thing for our guys. But with that being said, that's enough talk from me. Let's go ahead and get it done on the field. I'll see you guys there, baby. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're brand new. Let's get it, boys. Alright, boys, so we are officially out here, man, and offense off to a little bit of a slow start. Toledo, they came to play here today. That's why things aren't always decided on a piece of paper. But we do finally get our first down here late in the first quarter, actually, a little bit longer than what I'm comfortable with, as, we're having some early struggles. We really are, as Toledo. They are not really letting us do much of anything, just really getting confused by defensive looks that this Toledo Rocket squad is giving us early. But here we are in the second quarter, trying to get things back on track after a 14-0 deficit early, as we are able to get to the pocket on the outside, and we're able to find Tony Whitaker for a gain of 17. And that does end up being the biggest play of the game so far, at least for us on our end. But yeah, that halfback screen, we're going to try to get that going as well, and actually did a good job covering it. But Steve Jordan's just so much faster than that defensive lineman that we were able to get away with that still. And it sets up a 2nd and short for us as we try to hit a play action. They send the blitz pretty quickly, but in that man-to-man, we got the right routes that we were looking for. And that will also be a first down. As now, 1st and 10. Henry going to look to the right-hand side. Going to get it out to Johnson out on the perimeter. And Eric Johnson is going to end up finding that first down. As we got another 1st and 10 upcoming. As Henry looking over the left-hand side, finds Furman Bennett over the middle. Gain of 15, and that's a 1st and goal. Gonna see if we can go ahead and punch this thing into the end zone, and we do just that. Trojans finally getting up on the scoreboard, and we will cut this deficit down to a 1-possession game. And not only that, but the defense does its job as well. They will prevent Toledo from scoring any more points. And for the first time today, an opportunity for us to tie this ball game up on the offensive side. We'll see if we can make that thing happen, see if we can make the dream work. As Henry looking to the right, we're going to try to find someone to get open. And we find Bennett, who breaks some tackles, and it's a huge touchdown for the Troy Trojans. Let's go, man. Furman Bennett, certified bad man, makes the safety miss initially, and no one able to bring him down from behind. So temporarily we do end up tying this ball game up, but Toledo, they do end up moving downfield. They get the field goal, but we get a really nice throw over the middle to start this drive. Eric Johnson able to get open for a 23-yard gain. So another promising possession here as they send another blitz one-on-one. But look at this spinning interception that Baker makes. I can't even be mad at Pat Henry for that. That was simply a really good play. Trying to challenge those outside DBs. And hey, if it was ready for it, got to give credit where credit is due. And they make us pay for it too, as that interception does cost us a touchdown the other way. And just like that, just back to being 2-possession game. So 45 seconds left here in the first half, trying to get some points on board before we go into the locker room. as Henry got a man open downfield. Perfect throw to Eric Johnson. Touchdown, Trojans. And Pat Henry, he is warmed up now, as that is now 250 yards here in the first half. So we go into the locker room, only down by a field goal. But that being said, though, we do get the ball to start the second half. So let's see if we can go ahead and turn things around here, as we will go ahead and get our offense going to work, as we still have a field goal differential. Second and short. Gonna get it out quickly to the outside. The Furman Bennett wasn't 100% sure if he got that foot down or not. I did want to risk it for the biscuits, so we'll go ahead, go no huddle real quick. And it looks like Toledo is not going to be able to get that challenge off, if they even wanted to take a look at it. Able to get a first down too in the process. So we continue this drive here, looking for very first lead of the game, as Sherrard Parker able to pick up a gain of 10 there. He's having a solid day, 4 catches on the day. As Henry looking out to his left, no one open on that 4 verticals route, so he's just gonna go ahead and take off with it. Who'll pick up a good chunk of yardage there. And a goal line situation being set up, but struggling on third downs. 1 for 5, getting out to Furman Bennett, but he can't punch his way into the end zone. No. Head coach wants to settle for a field goal, and we will have to go ahead and rock with it. But we still managed to go ahead and tie this ball game up 24 apiece. So we're setting up to be a little bit of a track meet here to start. Well, let's start things off with the bowl season. As we got second and long here. Henry looking around. He's going to scramble to the right. He's got a man downfield, and he's going to find himself Eric Johnson for a 20-yard gain. So now, second and long again, looking to get some yards downfield. Furman Bennett making a couple of guys miss. And for the second time here in this second half, we got a goal line set. Henry gonna set up the play action. They send the blitz, but it's the backup tight end, Kevin Hargrove, who gets himself open down the middle of the field. Just a perfect play call to offset the blitz that the Rockets were sending down our way. And for the first time today, we got ourselves a little bit of a lead, up by 7. And the defense playing significantly better as well, as they have really shut down the Rockets here in this second half. Is now 1st and 10. Trying to find someone open downfield. Wait a minute. We got him. Huge throw, and it's Eric Johnson again. Just slicing and dicing the middle of the defense. Way too easy there, man. You absolutely love to see it. So here we go. And we also get a turnover to go with it as well, so we can get some more points on board easily. Granted, nobody really open there, so just went ahead and throw it away. Don't need to do anything stupid. But there's a holding penalty on our running back. They're going to call it on Steve Jordan, and instead of declining the penalty, they actually accept it. And that's going to bring us to the 11-yard line. But we have, you know, an extra chance at the goal line. And, you know, hindsight is 20/20, of course. But going to make them pay for it, man. Probably not something that maybe they should have done. They probably should have declined the penalty, get the 4th down. Head coach would probably have had us go and settle for the field goal. So an extra 4 points that's going to help blossom our lead here a little bit, as we're starting to really find some serious holes in the Toledo defense, man. Eric Johnson having himself a career day so far, as Henry looks over the middle again. He finds Eric Johnson once more. Knew he gets to that 1st down marker, but Pat Henry, he does end up setting the school record that was literally just set by Ryan Fisher back in season number 1. So now a school record holder, as Henry will look to try to extend it so that it truly cannot be broken for however long this Dynasty series does end up lasting. Is now first and goal again. Henry. They haven't ran the football in a while, but gonna find a huge hole as they were completely unprepared. We've been passing the football with extreme efficiency for the past 2.5 quarters and just making it too easy. And after that touchdown, a head coach does make the executive decision for pulling the starters in, get some backups in, get some experience, but a huge win for us here at the Armed Forces Bowl nonetheless. We will end our season on a high note. Alright boys, so it was a slow start for us here, man, as it took us a little bit to get going. I mean, your boy was a little bit rusty with the sticks on NCAA 14, but once we found that groove, oh baby, we found that groove. Last 3 quarters, we win big, 21-10, 17-0, 21-7 in the 4th quarter. Matter of fact, we got the backups an opportunity to play in bowl game action, so that's going to be huge down the road. But hey, it was a great passing day for our offense. Pat Henry had himself a phenomenal performance, 40 for 49, ends up with 504 yards, 5 touchdowns, and an interception, which was more on the defensive back, making an incredible play. James Parks even got to play in his final time taking the field as well. The 6'4" product out of Wilmington Island, he was 2 for 4, 62 yards and a touchdown too, so that was good to see him get some opportunities. Didn't run the football that much at all. I mean, Toledo, they were keying in on it early, but, you know, as the game wore on, we did find some opportunities here or there. Steve Jordan, 8 for 24 with a touchdown. Henry did also find the end zone as well, for 4 carries and 31 yards. Now, for our receiving core, we did, of course, have 2 separate guys do end up with multiple with 100-yard days. Eric Johnson, career day for him, 10 catches, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He should have gotten player of the game, but Pat Henry got it instead. Furman Bennett did also get over 100 yards in his last collegiate game. I also came in with 8 catches and a touchdown. Also saw guys like Sherrard Parker step up and get a touchdown. He had 78 yards receiving. Thomas Moore, the true sophomore, he got a touchdown catch as well, 2 for 62. And then the backup tight end, the true freshman from Oblika, Alabama, Kevin Hargrove, 1 catch, 4 yards. Hasn't seen the field much this year, but did contribute in our final game of the season. But while our bowl game was going down, let's also go ahead and have a quick check-in on one of the college football semifinal games. Remember, 18 playoff. Both these teams had to win a game. Oklahoma, they took care of business against UCF, whereas Wisconsin, they had a 20-point win against LSU, the 8th seed in this college football playoff. And now these 2 teams will meet up here in the semifinal. And definitely a few guys to watch out for. Defensive side of the ball, Bajern Ironside, who's becoming a really successful complimentary piece. But Aaron Copeland, watch out for him. He has shattered the school passing yards record for most passing yards in a season. The last person to, have more passing yards than him was Russell Wilson. And that was back in 2011, and look what he's doing. Had all that success with the Seahawks, now with the Denver Broncos, so we'll just have to see how that goes for him. And we're going to figure out whether Russell Wilson was the problem in Seattle, or if it was more of an organizational issue with the Seahawks. But, that being said, Copeland's going to try to run away from the defense here, but, this Oklahoma defense, Oklahoma probably in the midst of a dynasty. They won national championship a couple of years ago, back in the Coach Dynasty series. They have been at least, in a position to really compete. And so we'll see if they have what it takes. Is now 3rd and 6 coming. Copeland going to try to throw towards the end zone. Going to get it to the outside to Jenkins, who breaks a tackle, and Wisconsin is going to draw the first major blood of this game. as Copeland throws his 47th passing touchdown of the season. And this will also break the single season record also set by Russell Wilson. So getting removed from the record books a little bit, but his records did stand for a pretty long time though. As now 13-7 game here. Thompson in the second half trying to make something happen here, but look at this throw that he pulls off. How about Sawyer Thompson for, really just throwing an absolute dart. He has really improved since his, I believe his sophomore redshirt season when he did, was replacing Maurice Royal. So those are always really big shoes to fill, and, he really struggled with that his first, year or two as a starter, but, took time to develop. He has really blossomed and, provides something different than what Maurice Royal didn't have, right? He has always been more athletic, so more of a dual threat quarterback. And we're seeing it, unfold here as Thompson gets another really big run, but we do end up seeing Thompson gonna get a little bit shaken up here. Took a massive shot and he comes up limping. So until we figure out what's going on, we'll have to see if it's a serious enough injury for him to miss the national championship game. If so, that would be a really big loss for this football team. I mean, losing a 99 overall quarterback, never a good thing by any stretch, but Oklahoma seems like they got things taken care of right now as Bajern almost prevented the first down, but couldn't quite get there. Had to pull him down from behind. So we take a look at DeAngelis, and he was a guy, really interesting prospect. Guy comes in 90-ish speed, so he's a very dangerous runner, but he can get some good passes in as well. Able to find Emmy Husky down the sideline. Does lead to a touchdown there eventually, as now Aaron Copeland just trying his best to, keep his guys in the game. This team is not going to quit. They are certainly not going to do that whatsoever, but they need this fourth down conversion. They're not going to get it as Bajern Ironside is going to break things up there at the end. And for the second straight season, the #1 seed in this 8-team college football playoff, they are not going to reach the national championship game. Oklahoma will win 31-7 in this case. So Oklahoma is going to move on to the national championship game. They go to the final, and doing so without really using the passing game. I mean, Sawyer Thompson only had 12 passing attempts before his injury. His hip problem did take him out for the rest of the game. Still a solid performance though. 9 for 12 for 124 yards on the ground. We do also see him chip in with 12 carries and 45 yards in addition to that as well, but no touchdowns today for Sawyer Thompson though. And as a result of not using the passing game, the receivers didn't really cook as much, with the exception of Justin McDonald. Justin McDonald did have a great day, 6 for 109. But Emmy Husky Jr., man, this senior from West Virginia, he didn't get targeted that much. He was kind of shut down for the most part. Did end up with a huge catch downfield in the second half, but still only a couple catches and 41 yards to his name. Still moving on to the national championship game, and it was mainly because of the defense as well. Bajern Ironside looked fantastic in this game. The Arkansas product ends up with 7 total tackles, which does lead the entire team, and also chipped in with 2 TFLs as well. As for who Oklahoma would play in the national championship game, USC for the second straight year will make it to the final of the 8-team playoff. They took on TCU, who was ranked #2 in the country. They were the #2 seed in this thing, and USC from that 6th seed position, they get to that national championship spot, winning 35-13 in the process, and just kind of dominating on both sides of the football. They dominated in terms of total offense. They also won the turnover battle as well, so a convincing victory for the USC Trojans in this ball game, and you love to see that kind of performance. Didn't see any of the USC custom guys that are up in here. Didn't see any Ferry Fazier or Orlando Thomas, but we do get to see the opportunity. Maybe see USC repeat for a national championship. We'll just have to wait and see. But that being said, that's going to conclude the entire season for season number 2 of this Realignment Dynasty. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. As next time out, we will have the off-season recap for year number 2. We might go ahead and seek maybe going to, maybe not necessarily a head coaching position, but perhaps look at opportunities to try to go to a blue blood program as a coordinator. So we'll have that to unravel, and then we'll also have some national championship highlights for season 2 of this Realignment Dynasty. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do, and if you did, do me a favor, guys, hit that like button, hit subscribe as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. This is John Chick Gaming on the mic signing off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.